Here's a band that aren't in isolation at the moment. The Burn City Saints was Sunset, but one of the members of that band, Brett James, has gotten together with his beautiful wife, Natalie, and they've, in isolation, decided, what the heck are we going to do with ourselves? So they have formed a whole country act and started writing songs, and lo and behold, the results are very, very fantastic. So here is Sunset by the Burn City Saints, and I'll get them on the line. They can tell us all about it. You're with Rats and Arnie on WrokDown Radio. Fantastic Burn City Saints there with Sunset.
What an absolute great song. I love that one.
Cracker. And on the line, we have Brett and Natalie James. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Howdy. Just speak up. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear Ratty? Speak, Ratty.
Hello. 1, 2.
Here we go.
Test 1, 2.
You can hear him. Oh, how about that?
Sure can.
Rats and Arnie live on the radio.
Yeah, you are. You've been such great supporters of us, and we really dig the fact that you, like many musicians, seem to really enjoy what we do, because we love doing it for you. So
We
that's
do,
really
and
good.
you know what? We've discovered some new artists along the way because of you guys, so we very much appreciate that too. So loving the Stand Atlantic guys and
good.
Passion Moon and stuff like that, and really enjoying it. So.
That's good. So everything we do, Arnie, is starting to work. It's great.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Either that or the pills have just kicked in. I can't decide.
Now, you guys, Natalie and Brett, you guys have got a great story to tell. You've both been around the Melbourne music scene for quite some time in cover bands and what have you, and tribute shows, and, of course, Brett's in Burn City Saints. But you guys, because of this COVID situation, you've been working on things at home. Tell us where it all started and what you're doing. The new band's name is called JamesLand, so give us some background on all of it.
Well, I woke up about a week after isolation started, and I said, right, that's it. I'm going to write a song. We've been talking about it.
And you'd never done that before, is that right?
No, I've always been in cover bands and pretty much predominantly a rock singer, but I absolutely love country and always have, more so the old school style of country. So, yeah, I woke up and I had these lyrics in my head and a melody, and 30 minutes later we're sitting together and there's a song.
That is unheard of. I mean,
fabulous.
Lennon and McCartney wrote songs in half an hour. I've been trying to write just one verse for the last 10 years and I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't write a note for the next door neighbour in 5 minutes. You know, like,
it's amazing.
No, it does time to time, but in all honesty, Natalie's been asking me to write her a country song for I don't know how many years. Been married for 11, so she's been handing me to write a country song, and I guess this isolation thing, because our other bands aren't gigging so much, we've had that time together to sit down and focus on what we like as well, and Nat can sit down and she came up with, like she said, the words, and we put it together, and the melody, and here it is. So it sort of all came together quickly, but it has been a long journey at the same time.
Well, just one thing. Now, as you both know, we have a lot of musos listening to the show, and many people who just love music in general, not necessarily musos, but the songwriting aspect of things. Did the words come first, and then you had to put the music to the words, Brett, or did you come up with a bit of a tune first and then Natalie put the lyrics to the song?
Yeah, what's the process?
Natalie came in with the lyrics, basically the whole song, and a melody for the verse, and basically she was sort of singing the verse melody for the chorus. So I'm like, well, that sounds like the verse, the chorus. Yeah. So we basically went to town on that, and like Natalie said, in 30 minutes we had a chorus and a song. So, but yeah, literally. So to answer your question, Ratty, the lyrics came first, the lyrics melody with this one.
Yep.
It doesn't always work like that, but we seem to work better. We've got a couple more songs up our sleeve, and we seem to work better coming up with the words and a melody, and then we'll put some music to it first. So that, at the moment, that's sort of how we're working, and it's been working good. So.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? A lot of musos have their own little style or their own little ways of doing things, so good stuff. Now, you guys, was it recorded at home or not? So let the listeners know.
Recorded here.
Yep.
At home. So we're sitting on our couch here that we actually wrote the song on, but I recorded everything here pretty much by myself, and then we got Kush Ryder. I don't know if you know that guy.
Yeah, we know Kush.
We play him on WrokDown Radio too. Hello, Nick.
I think you have, yes, the legend Kush.
Love you, Kush.
if you're listening, hello. But he also laid down some guitar work on there as well, so some rhythm guitars down there from Kush. And I put them in the track, sent them off to Peter Reggie Bowman to mix it all down, and we got it mastered, and now it's in your hot little hands.
So it's fantastic, isn't it? It's the music industry and technology is just it goes hand in hand.
There's a lot of ISO COVID stuff going on. Like just me personally, I'm doing about 4 or 5 different things at home, just sitting in the bedroom and doing things not up to the standard of JamesLand, but I'm giving it a poke.
Oh, come on.
But I suppose it's very hard to write a country song when you're in isolation, because I suppose your ute can't break down, the dog can't run away because everyone's in the one house. So you have to imagine all that.
We can still drink the beer and watch the trucks go by, though.
That's right.
We'll play the song. We'll come back and ask you a few more questions after the song. But before we do, I just want to thank you guys so much. This is a first for WrokDown. You guys have...
we're very privileged.
Yeah, given us the opportunity to play this first ever. It was only released today, and we're playing it for the very, very first time. So thank you.
Thank you for having us and playing it.
Well, not a problem.
Well, ladies and gentlemen out there in Radio Land, world exclusive. And thank you to Natalie and Brett for letting us play it. Reddy and I were very, very privileged to be able to play this for you. This is JamesLand with Road Not Taken. Great country on WrokDown Radio.
Give me sugar, give me wine, give me something that will make it alright. Take me down on a one-way track. You ain't leaving, you ain't coming back. A road not taken, we're heading nowhere.
Melbourne band JamesLand with their very, very first single here on WrokDown Radio. That's fantastic,
Isn't
Arnie.
it great?
Can't get much more country than that.
It's very country, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I would class that probably as new country.
Yeah. What did you guys think?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
Did
thank you.
Is it funny hearing your song on the radio?
It is. As we were just saying, it's we've just had it going here and going over the different versions that Reggie's sent back and going over the film clip that we've got together, and it's sort of weird that it's out there, I guess, and it's kind of cool.
Certainly is now. Now you're giving it to me. You've caused all kinds of trouble because I'll play it every blinking week.
Now, Brett, you were saying a moment ago that, as most wives do, that Natalie's been pestering you to do something. That's right. As in writing the song. That is just proof to all the musos out there listening in that you can do something as simple as that. Not as simple as that. You can do something quite simply like that by getting friends together or sending MP3s to each other and recording it all. It's
and
technology.
it's a world-class result. Congratulations to both
well
of you.
Done.
That's I can't believe, Natalie James, you've never written a song before. Holy moly!
No,
Mate, you've got a monster hiding there in the back of your head.
I've had some melodies in my head, but I just never did anything with it. So life's busy, isn't it? But whereas now we've got some time, so which is great.
Well, I'm expecting the album in about 3 months.
Yes.
So guys, sorry, go on.
Sorry, the film clip's coming out next week as well on the 20th of May. That was filmed in isolation, obviously, with a phone, on a drive to get some groceries, and on a walk in the park, and on the roof of our house, and in our front yard and backyard.
They put me on the roof to play guitar. So, anyway,
as you do.
Well, I was just about to ask you guys, let the listeners know where they can find you on Facebook or wherever. You haven't got a website, have you?
No.
No. What about
Facebook?
On Facebook?
YouTube and Instagram.
JamesLand Music.
JamesLand is one word.
One word, that's right.
Yeah, with a capital L. So JAMES, capital LAND on Facebook. You can check them out now. They've been cheekily going live as we're interviewing them.
Now,
cheeky people.
These guys, Natalie and Brett, I wish a lot of other bands would take a leaf out of their book. They know how to promote themselves. I wish a lot of bands around town would do it. They're posting all the time. They're letting people know what they're doing. They're telling people what's coming up. For instance, Natalie's just done that with the video. One thing, guys, where to from here now? What are you going to do? What's the plan?
Well, hopefully we've got a couple, like I said before, we've got a couple of songs up our sleeves that we're still working on. We'd love to get a little set together and get out there once all this is over, and hopefully jump on board with our good friends Darlinghurst and see if those guys will give us a run opening up for those guys. But them and get Kush out there as well. That'd be a nice little lineup, I think. But and our other friend Kenny Joe Blake. So that'd be a nice little gig to put together.
Kenny Joe Blake. You can't get much more country than that.
No.
I know, KJB, love the bloke. And that would be awesome. So that's the goal. Put together a half-hour set and try and get out there and get something together.
This is really good. Like, you know, I met you both about a year ago. I've had the privilege of working with Natalie live in a band for a year, and just sensational performer, Natty. It's just wonderful to see the two of you do this, and congratulations again.
Yes,
we're more than happy to support you and do that. Thank you for coming on air with us today and letting us have this worldwide exclusive. It's been great for us, and I hope everyone out there enjoyed it as much as we did.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Not
All right,
problem.
speaking of Kush Ryder...
Oh, no, you haven't got him, have you?
I have. I haven't got him on the phone, but thank you, JamesLand. This is Kush Ryder, who you heard on that record. This is Kush Ryder with Don't Let It Burn. You're with Rats and Arnie on WrokDown Radio on 88.3 Southern FM.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Anyway, that was our little interview with Rats and Arnie on WrokDown.
I forgot that was even going.
But anyway, cheers. Hope you enjoyed the song.